Sanbonani guys, hope you guys are still doing good this afternoon. So today I'm going to talk about physical memory that is carried by our bodies. Transfer of energy from one person to another. What is known as Runanubanda in India, or the body intimacy that is transacted from either a person, things that we touch, where we sit, mostly your body energies, because our body carry a lot of energies which we get in most cases from other people or things that we touch, or things that we use. So I want us to consider that, and I want us to look into it, because a lot of people are not aware of these energies. And then I'm going to touch base on the 3 things that you shouldn't take from a person's hands, because those 3 things transact a lot of body memory or physical memory. So yeah, I want to touch on that today. It's very difficult for me to pronounce it in Indian, but it's called Runanubanda, something like that. Yeah, but it's a transfer of energy, as I've mentioned before. It's something that we don't consider, because in most cases, we hug people, we touch people, we sit on chairs, so on a day-to-day basis we not occasionally, but we often pick up energies. And then at the end of the day, as I spoke about cleansing, at the end of the day, you've picked up so many energies that the body memory is full. And the when the body memory is full, there's certain things that a person's body go through, like it's either being confusion, indecisiveness, and lack of energy, fatigue. And it's not because maybe it's the body being confused from all these body transactions that happened throughout the day. The memory is full. So I want to explain it further so you understand what am I talking about. So have you seen in most instances that, especially with elder people, they would go and sit in one particular chair, in the house, and they sit in this one particular spot for such a long time. They prefer that space, okay? Even not only elders, in some of us in our houses. We love this particular chair. It's comfortable. People will usually say it's comfortable. And then, like with animals, if you look at how a dog would come and sniff until he gets to this spot where he often goes and sits in that spot, or that is body memory. That is the energy that has been transacted from the person to the sit, right? So most cases you get that sometimes you sit in this chair and you sleep. It's the memory that the chair has that was from body, or from many bodies that like many body energies that were transferred to that chair. So in a lot of instances, we don't think about changing furniture, but it is very essential. As I mentioned before, a house carries a lot of energies, and it is very important or essential that we often change furniture. Reason being, if I should explain this, when a person gets sick, and they've been sick for a long time, and you get that this person is in between in terms of his or her spirit, right? When we say is in between this life and this life, so the spiritual and the physical realm, right? So this person is being held by the energies. The body is confused on which path to take, because there's a lot of confusion in terms of energy, in terms of spirituality. Do you understand? We often hear people saying that but as in ukulile kakhulu lo muntu lo, we don't understand because there's no movement, there's nothing. But for some reason the soul is still intact, or that is when we say umuntu semkhathini, and usually that happens because of the energy vibration surrounding that room. So we go in, we see people, we touch things, siyabahaga, the bed they've been sleeping in for so long, I move, I shindra, that has energy in itself. So sometimes, not if umuntu asemkhathini only, or umuntu who's preparing or who's being prepared to cross over or to pass on, but even with our sicknesses that we constantly get sick, I get headaches, I get this. Have you considered changing the furniture? Because that is why it is very important to cleanse. That is why it is very important to open windows and get different, like air. That is why it is important to sometimes bring sunlight inside endlini. Do you understand? Because if furniture has memory, so in an instance where you get into your office and you're going to this new office maybe, and utoli a chair in that office, right? The chair itself carries physical memory that were transferred by other people who used the chair. So oftentimes you get headaches. Most times you get headaches, you get fatigue, try to wipe the chair. Try to wipe the chair, whether using wipes, whether using water, but try to wipe, a cloth and water. Try to wipe furniture. Energy transfer. Do you understand? We will constantly get sick because we hug people. There is this when Indians greet you, they usually do like this, and the reason is they don't want the body transfer. Do you understand? So when we touch, when we hug, a body is designed to use memory. So if a body is involved in some interaction, some intense interaction, or deeply involved, if I should say that, up to a certain level, it gets confused. Do you understand? Because the memory is becoming too full. So try so hard to avoid touching things throughout the day, touching things, touching your face, touching things, touching your face, touching things, licking your fingers. Try so much to avoid those things, because that's body a memory that you're transferring, or energy that you're transferring from these things, from past relationships. I don't mean relationships in terms of a man and a female, but body intimacy. Body intimacy is not the intimacy that we think of only, but touching, hugging, sitting, taking things from others. That is a transfer of energy, which often happens that we are not aware of. And then I want to speak to certain types of things that you shouldn't accept from someone's hand. Not because these things are used for evil, or they are bad, or they bring out bad omen, but because they transfer energy easily. One of them is salt. Never take salt from someone's hands. So poured salt, umuntu ma angatheli itswayi esandleni sakhe akunikeze uthathe nawe. You cannot take salt from someone's hands. If it's in a container, yes, the container has certain energy, the salt is inside, it's fine. But if someone pours it on their hand and gives it to you, don't take it. It carries a lot of energy and a lot of memory. Sesame seeds. Sesame seeds, same thing. Do not take sesame seeds from someone's hands. Transfer of energy using those things is very, very easy. Certain types of salt, of scent. Certain types of scent. Basically, I would say do not take scent from someone's hands. I would say that, because if we're going to say certain types of scent, I'm putting you into trouble because you don't know the type of scent that you shouldn't. So basically, try not to receive scent from someone's hands, because it's very, very, very easy to transfer energy, not only energy but a whole lot of things. So avoid those three things, and avoid not moving furniture or not wiping things, even the things that our lunch boxes, our water bottles, because in most cases I've seen people sharing a water bottle. Transfer of energy and body memory from that because if I'm drinking from your bottle, who else has drank from that bottle? What else has gone into that bottle? So there has to be a lot of questions. So try so hard, Bafethu, to avoid touching your face, touching your eyes, touching your mouth, your nose. Yeah. Please, please, please. It is very important. But the most important that really, really, really is stuck by me, especially if you've got an elderly staying with you, if no gogo staying with you. As much, not like, I'm not saying change furniture every month, but whenever you can, whether it be 2 or 3 times a year, change furniture. It is very important. Wipe the things you touch mostly in the house. The fridge, the handles of a fridge, the stove. To understand those things, they especially amasofa, with the sofas, the couches, chairs. Try as much as you can to wipe them, please, because we are sick, and there's no medical explanation sometimes for our headaches and our short breath and our fatigue and back pain, and only to find it is energy, the transfer of energy, that's killing most of us, or making us very sick. That's carrying the ailment. Mostly it's just spiritually, and sometimes it's just energy. So thank you so much, and I hope you do subscribe to my channel. Love you guys so much. Bye bye.